So today I want to share with you a meeting that we had with one of our partners, which is the Florida Department of Transportation. This particular meeting is part of our public safety initiative to reduce crime, especially the level of violence in West Tampa. Specifically, we're concerned with today's report that a 13-year-old shot another teenager, and that these numbers related to Generation Z continues to go up in terms of the number of killings. That's why our strategy of workforce development and business development is part of the narrative to reduce the senseless killing that's going on in the community. So let's start with who was at the meeting, and then talk about some of the takeaways from that meeting. One takeaway should be in West Tampa, we're talking about hundreds of jobs that will be needed related to the different projects that the Florida Department of Transportation is bringing into play. And the fact that these are good paying jobs and individuals with criminal records can also apply for these jobs. That being said, let's go.
To 1 hour. I think all of you know who I am, Chloe Coney, the woman that wear many hats. Some of you know me from the 80s with the Davis Neighborhood Service Center, CDC later, Congresswoman. But today I stand as my own consultant, VP, and I'm working with Icons Global and my fearless leader, Alice, sitting here. And we're part of Onboard Tampa Bay, our workforce. So, you know, I've been working in this field 30-something years. So today is a great day for me, okay? What I want to do before I introduce the secretary, I really want to thank all of you partners for coming out, because over these 30 years of working experience I have, I've gotten to know all of you. Alice and I want to personally thank you for allowing us to come to your office. You're sitting down talking to us about what work you do, what programs you have, what your needs are, and what you can do to help further the workforce industry. So again, I want to thank all of you here. So let's go around the room real quickly. Big partners, because we want the secretary and his FDOT staff to know all of my wonderful partners. So if you could say your name and your agency. Okay, starting with Marie.
My name is Maria Morris. I'm the employment specialist with the Department of Corrections here in Tampa. I do all of Hillsborough County. There's one of me in every circuit. So we establish our own supervision with us in obtaining employment.
Good morning, all. Ernest Grundy Jr., the CEO of the CDC of Tampa.
Good morning, Melissa Moore with Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office.
Hello, Brad Stevenson with the Center for Women in South Tampa.
Good morning, Judith Dorsey, currently Workforce Development Consultant on behalf of CDC of Tampa. Good morning.
Good morning, David Jones, Director of Workforce Development at CDC of Tampa.
Good morning, Jacqueline Copley Lake, Sulphur Springs Neighborhood of Promise.
I'm Justin Hall with Florida Department of Transportation.
Morning, David Gwynn, District Secretary for Florida DOT District 7.
Eddie Birch, Storage City Innovation Partnership.
Hey everybody, I'm Doug Reesner with United Way Suncoast.
I am Bianca Spades and I work with Alice and Chloe. Alice Price, Atkins, GC2 DOT, and we'll go this way over here.
I'm Wanda Nanny. I'm with Florida Department of Transportation.
Richard Moss, FDOT.
Terry Gold, FDOT.
Good morning, Francis Lewis, FDOT.
Austin Pierce, FDOT.
Conrad Campbell, FDOT.
Gary Blazewicz, FDOT. Stephanie Alban, FDOT.
Andre Perks, Mayoral Business Group.
I'm Leighton Kyler, Aerial Business Group, part of the Atkins Consulting Team.
I'm Robin Pack, and I work with Trace.
Okay. Now we have some.
Don't forget, Chloe, let the IT guy.
No.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Kedar Davis. I'm Kedar Davis. Work with Dan at DOT.
Morning, everybody. My name is Daniel Constantinople. I work with FDOT. I'm the IT services manager.
Now, we have some people virtual over here, and I know that we have John Meeks. He's with the Hillsborough County Schools, HCC. We have Steve Connell, who's the ABC contractors. Dr. Charmaine Moss, she's with University Area CDC. West Tampa, CDC with Michael Randolph. John Flanagan, he is the CEO of Career Source. And I see one of my sons over there, Robert Blunt. He's with A. Brown Ministries. Maggie Sanchez, she's on here. And of course, very famous person, Ms. Brenda McKenzie. She's with the city of Tampa, and she's with the workforce department. And I'm on the board with her. So again,
All right, I'm Justin Hall, here with FDOT. So I'm going to actually work on this slide from the bottom up because I feel like the last line is the most important line on this slide, which is it's the partnerships and the collaboration that are going to make this successful. And really what we're focusing on right now is the recruitment readiness and placement. And the way we get there and the way we make this successful is by working with you to get out in the community and engage. Something that I think is really important that someone said to us one time is, we're really good at construction. We're really good at what we do. And workforce development is not something that historically we have spent a lot of time on. So we're really relying on you and relying on your expertise to do a better job. And to David's point, we do have a very large program, which I'm going to dive into. So, just to spend a little bit of time here. So we're District 7. So you can see there, Citrus, Hernando, Pasco, Hillsborough, and Pinellas. And why that's important is there's a statewide workforce development that's happening out of Tallahassee. And they spent quite a bit of time establishing certain resources. And really their big focus was on training. They spent a lot of time on training. And you've probably heard of construction career days, on board for jobs, there's student internships that are all coming out of that statewide workforce development. Now, the difference is what we're trying to do is actually spend a little more time in the community building the relationships to actually create that pipeline. And we're not doing that in a silo. We're working with the statewide workforce development. In fact, that's why we're on board Tampa Bay. We're trying to keep that connection to the onboard for jobs. So we're on board Tampa Bay, but really trying to focus on building those relationships in the community to build that pipeline. And one big thing is all of our construction RFPs that are coming out now include workforce development language that requires our contractors to work with the districts on this initiative. So you've heard it already, and you're going to hear it again. Our industry needs help. We need workers. For every worker that's entering our workforce, there's 5 that are leaving. So I don't know about you, but that's a really bad math equation. And with looking at 2.65 or almost $3 billion of construction projects in the urban core and the need for 4,000 jobs with those projects, we've got to find people. And we've spent a lot of time with the contractors and having conversations, and what we're learning is the barriers really aren't that high to get these jobs. Like it's a lot easier than you think. And with that construction, there's also additional support positions that are needed. And so that is, we did an economic analysis with the urban projects and found that there's an additional 1,500 jobs that are going to be needed to support those people. So it's really a good thing. Is it raining?
Yes. Yes.
Good. All right. So, this is.
If I could jump in real quick, Mike Randolph, West Tampa CDC. I'm so happy for this engagement, specifically in West Tampa, because we're working on public safety. More jobs, less crime. That becomes the focus for the community. The other thing I want to add on is making sure we have family support, making sure that everything is okay in that household to make sure that individual does attend job. So that's the wraparound service that needs to be part of the agenda family support. Again, thank you very much, because everything we do is related to public safety, more jobs, less crime. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. And I like to say a good job stops bullets. We got all the violence out there. Give them a good job, okay?